Reviewing your performance on Quora. Reviewing your performance on Quora, just like on any platform, is vital for your campaigns. It helps you see the areas where you are doing great, as well as the areas where you need to improve. It also shows you metrics such as traffic and engagement. Besides, we're sure that you are eager to know how you are performing yourself after all you've learned and done thus far. Because of that, we're going to show you how to measure your performance using Quora's built-in stats feature. Measuring performance through the stats section. To access your Quora stats, go to your account dashboard and click on the profile icon. Next, click on the stats option from the menu. This will take you to the stats page, where you will find an overview of your performance on the platform. Here you will see a graph that shows you the number of views, upvotes, and shares that you have gotten in all answers first. You can check stats for individual answers by clicking on the title of a question you have answered, which you can find under All Answers. You can see metrics in detail in the graph. For example, if you want to see the views that you are getting on an answer that you selected, you can go to the graph and check the bars that represent views on a single day. This will show you how many views you got that day alone. You can compare this to the number of views that you get in the following days to see how well the answer performed. You can see individual graphs for upvotes and shares by clicking on the respective tabs in the graph. You can click on the Filter menu button in the upper right corner above the graph to select and see stats for other types of content, including questions, shares, space posts, and blog posts. You can also get a complete overview by selecting All Content. Recommended Quora Analytics Tools. We are aware that these stats can be a bit limited as they don't allow you to see the whole picture on your performance. Because of this, we've compiled a series of good analytics tools that you can integrate with your Quora account for a more complete performance review. Google Analytics, Sprout Social, SEMrush, Kissmetrics, Sife, and Mixpanel. Growing your business through the Quora flywheel. Hey there, friends! If you're not used to the term before, a marketing flywheel is a series of goals that you can only achieve through your targets or customers. It is different than a funnel, in that it is not a series of steps that you need the customer to take, but a series of objectives that he can help you achieve, not to make a sale, but to grow your business or brand. A simple way to see a marketing flywheel is to think of it as a group of tasks or objectives that you have to complete to achieve mastery on a business or platform. The Quora flywheel is formed by 3 objectives, which you have to work towards at the same time. Establishing thought leadership. There is no way around the fact that Quora is a place to build authority. In fact, building authority is the marketing objective that is the easiest to achieve on Quora. And because of that, it takes top spot on the Quora flywheel. Quora's unique Q&A format, which limits interactions between users and contributors to engaging by sharing information, makes it the perfect platform for establishing yourself and your brand as a relevant source of information in your niche. The Quora flywheel dictates that you build thought leadership by taking the lead, which you can do by being the first to answer questions in the topics that you follow. Being the first to answer is not only important, but crucial to establishing thought leadership for 2 reasons. First, it determines your ranking. Because the Quora algorithm considers not only relevant and high-quality answers, but also level of engagement. As the algorithm sees it, if your account is fast to respond to queries on the platform and you get quick upvotes, then you are important to the site. Second, it increases your exposure tenfold. We explained before how important it is that you answer first because it helps you to cover all possible information in your reply. But it is worth adding that it puts your response on top. This means that your account is the first thing users will see when they check the question. Distributing content. Quora is a very good place to distribute content that can help you to increase your exposure. While you can't use Quora to distribute content the traditional way, You can use it to distribute content in the form of answers. We already walked you through ways to repurpose content from your blog on Quora, but we'd like to highlight that the flywheel dictates that you leverage each one of your answers to write content that is optimized for search. One of the greatest benefits of writing for Quora is that your answers are saved to the platform permanently. When you write answers that are optimized and evergreen, you'll get the same benefit you'd get from writing in your blog, because they will be shown to people searching for the same keywords and terms in your answers. The Quora flywheel dictates that you dedicate a proportional amount of effort to Quora as you'd dedicate to your other channels. In other words, for every blog post, video, or long-form social media post that you create to distribute content, you have to find a Quora question that you can answer by repurposing the content that you just created. Increasing your reach with ads. Quora has its own native advertising solution. This is great news for both users and advertisers, because it allows people to enjoy the site without having their experience interrupted by ads from external platforms. Now, one of the coolest things about this advertising solution is that it allows you to promote your answers or answers from other users. This provides you with great flexibility when it comes to increasing your reach, not only by promoting your own content, but also by leveraging social proof. This is especially useful after you've built thought leadership and brand awareness. For example, you can search for mentions of your brand in Quora, such as people reviewing your products or citing your content in answers. You can then boost these answers with an ads campaign. What's more, you can use audience targeting settings to select the type of user that will see the answers that you promote. This will not only help you to increase your reach, but to actually reach the type of user that is most likely to consume your content and buy your products. Crazy simple Quora strategies to boost your brand. Every seasoned marketer knows that there are always additional ways to make their marketing efforts easier, that there are always tricks and shortcuts that you can take to make the most out of any platform where you're working to promote and grow a brand. In this lesson, we're going to teach you the best Quora marketing tricks that we have discovered and tried with proven results, so you can apply them too and take the lead. Look for questions made by the most niche segments of your audience. Most of the time, marketers and businesses concentrate on reaching out to the largest and loudest segments of their audience. But we found that reaching out to smaller and more niche segments of your audience can give you faster and even better results. What you have to do is to think of a segment of your audience that is concerned by or interested in a very specific product, service, or topic in your target audience. For example, if your niche is audio equipment, you can reach out to customers in the market only for high-end headphones. These segments are often looking for information about very specific products or services, and they are already in buying mode. But because the information they're looking for is hard to come by, they always go underserved. And that's where you come in. Pay attention to their questions, to the answers that they are getting, and work on more elaborate answers that fill their need and satisfy their search. This will automatically convert them into your leads and will champion your content. Crowdsourced content from Quora. Quora can be an incredible tool for marketing research. You can use it to research content for your blog posts or to collect information about people in your audience. The best part is that you can crowdsource it, and all you have to do is to publish a question. We already mentioned that posting questions is a great way to engage with your audience, but can also help you to collect user-generated content. Just post questions to know the opinion of people about a topic you need to collect information on. Save it, and use it as the information for your next content marketing project. Use Quora to find long-tail keywords. Long-tail keywords are terms that include your niche keyword and other topic keywords. Long-tail keywords are essential to create optimized content that is tailored to people looking for information about the products and services that you offer. And you can use Quora to find the latest long-tail keywords in your niche. All you have to do is to enter your niche keyword into the search field. Now, once you get the results, select Questions as your filter. Now locate the questions with the most follows. Those are the questions that are searched the most, and you can use them as long-tail keywords. Back up your answers with cool graphics. We've mentioned the importance of using images in your answers before, but we're about to tell you about a smart spin on this strategy, using graphics. Yes, cool graphics such as infographics and modern-looking pie charts with icons to back up your answers is a great way to highlight your points and to keep the reader engaged. You just have to remember to quote the source of the infographics and to link to their work. Use Quora as a customer care channel. You can monitor mentions of your brand or products and services related to your brand on queries made in Quora. Look for questions concerning their use as well as issues that users are having, and reply to them in the most helpful way possible. This will not only help you to build a reputation as an authority, but also as a brand that cares about customers in its target market. Tips that will help you create thought-provoking Quora answers. Building your reputation as an authority and raising brand awareness by distributing your content on Quora is great, but there are a few other things you can learn to go the extra mile. The following tips we'll give you here will help you to boost your chances of going viral or landing a sweet mention on a bigger site. Take up space. The first rule of a thought-provoking Quora answer is that it has to take up plenty of space. Be bold and disrupt the Quora user experience in a positive way by creating answers that don't leave much spare room for others to contribute. To apply this strategy effectively, you have to make an effort to always respond first or second. Follow up by composing a long-form answer divided into a minimum of 3 paragraphs. Apply the formatting rules we discussed in the previous lesson so the text in your answer stands out. This will cause the reader to interpret your answer as the best answer to the question you're replying to. It will make the reader analyze your perspective and to make decisions based on your content. Answer off-topic questions that are difficult to respond to. We are sure that you know a lot about certain topics that are off-limits to your niche, but they're a great opportunity to build a genuine connection with certain members of your audience. For example, if you know Spanish or are a native Spanish speaker, or you know any other language, you will find that a lot of your followers are asking questions about it. You will also notice that a lot of the time these questions go unanswered because they're difficult to answer, and the people who know the answers don't use Quora. These are great opportunities to jump in and provide a thoughtful answer to these questions, using the same expert voice you use when responding to questions in your niche. This will cause people to also see you as an expert in a different field, and will start sending questions directly to you. This has the effect of increasing your ranking and exposing you to an even larger audience. Reply to misinformed answers. Just like any other social platform, Quora is full of users spreading misinformation for marketing, political, and financial gains. You can be proactive in combating misinformation by identifying misinforming answers and replying to them with facts. Use the exact same format you use when you reply to questions, and you'll see how people upvote your answer until it gets the top rank. A good strategy is to defend the position of bigger or more popular competitors in your niche, using your own expert voice. This will help you expose your brand to the audience of those competitors without you having to promote yourself. Add value to top answers. You can check the top answer on top-performing questions to see if there's something of value that you can add to it. To see if the answer is missing content that can get you an upvote from the author of the answer and from the rest of the users. Use the opposite format strategy. There is a little-known strategy that you can use to interrupt answer patterns in a question that we call the opposite format. Many marketers we know of have kept it a secret because it works great, but you have to be careful to use it only when appropriate. It is as simple as it is brilliant, and it goes like this. Use the opposite format of all the other answers only when those answers are using an elaborate format. For example, If all the other answers are using the long-form blog-style format, you compose a single paragraph answer with bold and italics in the middle. Or you compose a list article-style answer with numbered entries. Whichever format that interrupts the pattern of replies will work. Target product-aware users. Product-aware users are those users that are in the final stages of a funnel. Users that are ready to buy, but that need to make the final decision about which product to buy. You'll usually find product-aware users asking about what difference it makes to buy a product that is pricier than another, asking about whether it is worth buying a product with certain features, or asking the differences between the same product from different companies. Reach out to these users with a comprehensive answer. Give them your full point of view, and help them make their final decision. And that is it, friends. Apply these strategies and you can go viral, get upvoted, appear in the first page of search results, and become most viewed writer in your categories. Quora marketing do's and don'ts. Do's. Stick to questions and answers in your niche. Limiting your scope to answering questions in your niche is the safest way to really demonstrate your knowledge about your target industry and to establish authority. Participate regularly and consistently. It is important that you stay active by answering questions regularly, if possible at a fixed time of the day. This will help you increase brand recall among readers who see your answers regularly in their feed. Be genuine. Being open about who you are, whether you're using Quora as a personal brand or company, as well as about why you are actually qualified to answer questions in your niche, makes it easier for Quora users to know you're a real authority and not a spammer. Use stories in your answers. Quora users respond better to answers that read like stories, which means that it is important that you provide an anecdote or testimonial to illustrate the point of your answer. This way, users will feel encouraged to check your answers every time, even if only for the entertainment value of storytelling. Be informative. When answering a question or contributing with a reply, focus on being informative instead of promotional. Only do brand mentions when necessary. Be visual. Quora answers that include images attract more replies and views than answers without them. So, it is important that you include an image as long as it fits the context of your answer. Learn who's reading your answers. We recommend you to always check your views page to check the credentials and profile of the people that are reading your answers. This will help you to know what type of user is consuming your content, so you can better refine your answers to their niche. Create a brand voice. It is crucial that you create a brand voice, a unique and recognizable way of replying to questions. This will allow your brand to stand out on the platform. Use the editing tools. Formatting your answers the right way is vital to establish authority, so learn to use the editing tools available when you compose an answer or question. Be original. Before composing an answer or question, we recommend you to use the search bar to find out previous answers to similar questions on the same topic. That way, you will be able to identify missing information that you can add to the conversation, as well as to craft more original responses. Don'ts. Don't steal your answers. Never use content from other sources as the literal answer to a question. Duplicate content is not tolerated by Quora or the Quora community. Don't be off topic. Avoid commenting or replying to a question if you don't have anything valuable to add to the conversation. After all, Quora is not a forum or board. Don't give black or white answers. Don't reply to a question with a simple answer with a black or white statement or with a yes or a no. Be mindful about your answers and try to write over 250 words for each. Don't use calls to action. Don't encourage people to click on any link with a call to action, as this is seen as spam. Instead, drop links as additional resources to the answer you are providing so people can follow them from the content naturally. Don't sleep on questions. You have to reply to questions as quickly as possible. Otherwise, you risk someone else providing an answer that gets upvoted until it's on top, which will leave you with no chance of participating in a relevant way. Don't be insulting. No matter how silly a question might sound, never respond with sarcasm or arrogance, and never be condescending. Remember that your answers represent your brand. Don't use Quora to do sales pitches. Never try to pitch a product or service through an answer. Instead, mention the product or service to illustrate a point in your answer, but don't use it as the focus of your reply. Don't use a misleading identity. Use your legal or business identity when you join Quora. Using a misleading identity can significantly hurt your brand. Don't spam. Don't reply with answers that are simply intended to drive traffic to your website or any other external URL. The intention is obvious to users and goes against Quora rules. Don't violate intellectual property on the platform. It is important that you get permission from creators and to credit authors when using or citing others in your answers. Because of this, we recommend you to use images from stock image sites and to always provide original answers.